Hey, this is Lisa. It is the 4th of July, and I'm using what shouldn't be a day off, but I'm taking today off anyway, to tell you all about my recent ride at Slaughter Creek Trail here in Austin with the ladies of Team Snacks.
I know, your setup's so good. I was gonna say, was it from
Who won the lottery?
Yeah, maybe.
So, we went to Slaughter Creek Saturday, July 3rd for what the ride organizer, Alicia, called hot laps at Slaughter Creek because it was over 100 degrees that day and we didn't start the ride until like 6 p.m. Yay! That epic ascent! It starts off like just with a mowed field and you go through a little bit of woodsy stuff, but then you're plopped onto a pretty rocky bit with some climbs. They're not super steep, but you definitely need to maintain your momentum. That's just kind of key. At Slaughter Creek, the name of the game is just to smash over stuff, just maintain momentum. Keep your eye on. Rider back. And so there's a couple little ramps there, and then you go on a straight bit, but then you have to like climb up some rocks next to a tree, which is just punchy and short. It's okay. And then you climb up another like rooty bit. And so by the time you finish that initial stretch, you're kind of tuckered out, especially if it's 100-something degrees. Then you do your first couple descents, which I don't know if they're the hardest descents, but they're there. So those, every descent at Slaughter Creek is pretty much a ramp. You can roll all of them. You don't have to do anything fancy for any of them. You just have to put your weight back and be confident and you'll be okay. They're rollers. Nice. That one's tough. So after the first couple drops, then you enter the first wooded area. So the cool thing about Slaughter Creek is the terrain just keeps changing on you. So it's a 5-mile loop, but it's like the rocky stuff and then the wooded stuff and then the grassy field and then the flowy part, and it's just like a training ground. So the first wooded area, very flat, very wide trail. And if it's your first time riding and you're not used to rock gardens, you might be tempted to take it slow and pick your way through the rocks. But once again, the key to Slaughter Creek is to just smash your way on through everything. So just pretend each of those rocks is the back of a little villager that's crouched over and just smush that villager. I like to pretend it's a Smurf village and you just slam on through. So that's the first wooded area. First wooded area I think is probably the most intense of the rock garden parts. After the wooded stuff, you come to like a cheese grater type of thing, and then there's a second set of woods that aren't that interesting. And then a couple more like little short climbs. Like 4 feet of ramp, you know? Then a field area, you're just kind of exposed to the sun, like hi. And then there's this like randomly landscaped rock sidewalk thing. I think it has to do with the drainage, like probably water pools there, so they stuck rocks there. I'm not sure though. And then you come to the third wooded area, and I'm not looking at the video as I narrate this, so I forgot what makes that one unique. Oh, and then after the third wooded area, you're in luck because now you're kind of on the backside of that 5-mile loop.
Wee! Yeah!
So there's a lot of descents on that side, and really it's not steep downhill, it's like flat downhill, but nonetheless you can gain a lot of speed, and it's windy, and you can kind of like curve around and practice your cornering because it's all really wide corners. Actually, it's pretty fun. So that whole back half kind of makes you want to do another lap, and each lap is only 5 miles, so you just go round and round and round. And then there's like the fourth woods, which are more interesting again, I would say. And then there's another sequence of descents, and basically that just kind of like takes you on home, just those final descents. So the last part feels really fast, and just like, especially if you're like, in your big chain ring, and you're like, yeah, let's get it. And then you go wee right into lap 2, and then you're like, oh damn, yeah, I remember it's all rocky in this beginning part.